Tato scooted across the cloud, silky white fibers tickling his legs as he moved next to Agatha, who was crying into her palms. Gently, he put his hand on her back. I love you, Agatha. No matter how stupid I can be, nothing will ever change that. I couldn't only bring myself to write one letter to Hester, and it was full of lies. I couldn't let anyone know how you were treating me. Agatha sniffled. That's why I didn't write anyone else or ask about their quest. 6 months. You made me feel so alone. I didn't want you to worry about me, Tato said guiltily. Well, you made me worry more. I told you I was stupid. Stupider than a tree stump, Agatha pounded on. Stupider than a tree stump, Tatus conceded. Stupider than one of Raffles' zombie villains with no brains. I don't know if I'll go that. It wasn't a question. Tato smiled and rolled back his eyes zombie style, playfully sinking his teeth into her neck. Agatha yapped and shoved him away, but she was nickering now too. She leaned against him and clasped his arm. You know, I'm surprised that Sophie's still alive, let alone writing you letters, Tato said. Figured Dorothy would have turned her into a pumpkin by now. Not sure fairy godmothers are allowed to be evil, said Agatha. But wouldn't it be awesome if they could? Agatha laughed, that hissy, throaty laugh he had missed for so long. He pulled her in closer. Though from Sophie's letters, it sounds like Dorothy is out of sorts, said Agatha. She insists it's because Dorothy's threatened by her. Sophie claims she had turned evil into the hot new thing, and now all the first year efforts want to go to her side. But you think it's something more sinister? I'm sure Dorothy wouldn't mind if a steam dropped at Sophie on her head, but I doubt she gets too worked up over a former student's theatrics. Plus, you heard what Merlin said. If our students are having trouble on their quests, Dorothy has her hands full. The deans are responsible for all fourth years once they leave for their missions, especially with no new schoolmaster in place. Wouldn't Sophie have mentioned something in her letters? She's dean too. It doesn't make sense, does it? Agatha agreed. What do you think is happening out there that has Dorothy stressed? And Merlin worried, said Tatus. And why would this be connected to you not pulling your death sword? Said Agatha. Tatus glanced away, tensing, and he could feel Agatha tighten too, knowing she had said the wrong thing. He hadn't wanted to walk about the sword with her, not just because it made him feel inadequate, but because he didn't want her pity. I'm still imagining what Lance would look like if Merlin turned him into a girl, said Agatha, mercifully changing the subject. No way Merlin would go for it, said Tetris. Lance would make such a beastly female that it would only call attention to itself. You were a pretty beastly female yourself, Asa. Wasn't I the one who had boys whistling at me in the halls? Boys who liked their girls hawking, hairy, and belligerent. Now you're just jealous. Well, if you want to be a girl so badly, maybe you should plan the wedding, Agatha teased. Honestly, I find it sexiest too at first. The new king focuses on governance, his princess on the wedding, said Tetris. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized that traditions exist for a reason. I grew up in Camelot. The people have known me since I was a baby. You, on the other hand, are brand new to them. The kingdom knows nothing about you. Planning the wedding is your coronation test. And I want to pass it with flying colors, not for me, but for the both of us, Agatha said earnestly. But I'd rather be helping you. Tetros exhaled. Help me manage our debts to other kingdoms that will take centuries to repay, or help me find out where all Camelot's gold went when the 3 advisors who handled this gold refused to speak to me, or help me fight rampant thieving by the poor, even though it helps them survive. Which would you like to help me with? All of it. Any of it, Agatha said. I know how hard it is. No, you don't, he said. You can't know how hard it is to watch your father's kingdom turn its back on good. Just like you can't know how hard it is to watch your one true love turn his back on you, said Agatha. Tetros didn't argue. Finally, he looked at her, tears gleaming. You really want to help me, Agatha? Then tell me how to pull my sword out of that stone. Tell me how to pass my father's test. He wiped his nose. Why do you think I've been avoiding you? I knew this would happen. I knew I'll break down and ask you for help. Can't even finish my coronation on my own. Maybe Merlin's right. Maybe the sword doesn't want me to be king. He slouched into a shielded off ball. Not now. Not ever.